don't even think that's good. Oh, hey! Chaz Marler of Pair of Dice Paradise here, back fresh from another day of gaming with friends, during which a member of our game club proposed playing a card game that they brought with them. Kind of a recent new classic, but one that the rest of the gaming group actually hadn't played yet. Well, always eager to try something new, we jumped at the opportunity, and before we knew it, cards were dealt, and we were elbow deep in a game of hang on. Let's not fade this in all the way. Let's just keep it there, because this particular game, well, it didn't quite mesh with what our group had. That is to say, we found it to be a little bit. I mean, there was some. The game sucked. It sucked. The game in question bombed miserably with the group, to the point where, after a while, we started experimenting out of frustration, trying to find ways to improve it by implementing homemade variations, such as, playing with a different number of cards per player, playing with a different number of players, and playing with some of your cards revealed publicly while keeping some hidden, playing the parts of your turns out of order, even instituting a bot with scripted turns that everyone played against. And in doing so, interestingly, nothing worked. No, it still sucked. However, the entire process led to an interesting discussion about house rules and variations. Specifically, just how much can you vary a game's core rules before it technically becomes a different game? With all of the variations and house rules that we were experimenting with, were we even playing the game that we started playing in the first place anymore? These questions were pondered well into the evening, long after the game that sparked the discussion had been put away across the room under something heavy. But the night was not a total loss, because it raised some interesting questions that I'm able to discuss here with you now. I mean, have you ever felt the need to fix a game that you've owned just in order to make it even playable? And I'm not talking about just adding a house rule or two, such as, drawing tiles at the end of your turn instead of at the beginning while playing Carcassonne. No, I'm talking about substantial, big rules changes, additions, and other massive alterations. If so, I'd be interested to hear what games you've fixed and what you did to fix them in the comments below, and whether they were even the same game anymore afterwards. Let's discuss, and we'll see where the conversation leads, and we'll see if it's even the same conversation anymore afterwards. Ooh. And if they're even the same game anymore afterwards. Let me know. And in the meantime, I've got a card game to go quarantine. I don't even want to get close to this thing.